So this week we talked about avatars, and what really stood out to me was how we were talking about how they affect personality and your self-perception of yourself. I know me personally, I said it in class. When I was younger, it was goofy and it was fun when I was younger to experiment, because when I was younger, it was the Wii, when you made your Wii characters. And at that time, I was really tall and like bony and skinny, so I made like a short, fat avatar. It was just something for me to play around with and stuff like that. But now that I'm older, I think after high school is when Snapchat came out with the Bitmoji. And with the Bitmoji, my character is kind of similar to me. Of course, there are differences. Like, a lot of girls like to wear their hair down and things like that, and I don't. My hair is always in a bun or a ponytail, so a lot of times that's not an option in making avatars. And that's one thing we did touch on in class, was that sometimes avatars don't have certain options, and we discussed how, and I personally agree with that, the avatars and the way they're making them are conforming to what society thinks is good. Like, Bitmoji had an update about a year ago, and it's to make the Bitmojis look a little bit more realistic. There's not a big variety of like skin tone, body shape, or anything like that. And I really do think, one, that kind of sucks when you can't find your body shape on something like a Bitmoji or anything. Personally, it makes me feel a little down and awkward inside, because it's disappointing. But at the end of the day, like, I know who I am, and a lot of people don't think that way. A lot of people probably use those as, let me make it who I want to be. And that's fine and that's cool, because it gives you the opportunity to do that, to be the you that you want to be. And I feel like that's just the overall thing we talk about in our class when it comes to our online identity. Online, since you don't know the people you're interacting with, you can be your true self, or the self that you wish you could show the people that are around you in your everyday settings. And with the avatars, I feel like it's the same thing. And we talked about it in class about throwing green hair on your avatar. Like, I would love to dye my hair green and do that. But unfortunately, for my job and for the career path I want, that's just something that's not acceptable. And but it's cool for me to be able to throw it on my Bitmoji, just to show people, this is what I wish I looked like, but I gotta look like this. And you know overall, I just feel like avatars are a way of us showing part of ourselves, whether it's 100% accurate in your physical appearance, or it's what you wish you looked like, or what you want to look like. And one thing I don't appreciate, and I think it's very sad, how the avatars are starting to conform more to what society feels is beautiful or attractive, especially in Fortnite, when you see those tall, skinny girls, the big boobs or big butt. Like, it sucks for people that aren't like that. You see that, and it's like, wow. There's not that many options, and I feel like that's one thing that should change with that. But overall, I think this subject of the avatars and how they affect your presentation of yourself to the world, and yourself and how you look at yourself, I think it's very similar to in our online identity, in things like online dating or any online communities and things like that. It's just you're giving a physical representation of yourself, or who you want yourself to be.